Retired. Let me cover up my holy shirt.
So you guys are retiring out here,
Yeah.
and you've got family here, yeah?
Well, my father.
Not anymore.
My father passed away
I'm sorry.
in June, so I'm here to manage the estate.
He's its executor.
So, or as they call it in Arizona, personal representative.
representative.
Personal representative.
I am. I'm
But there's some interesting things in Arizona. Like, they are extremely gun friendly, to the point it's very unusual for the rest of the country. For instance, we went to Flagstaff, and people were coming to the security counter with guns on.
In the county courthouse. We had
Open
to-
carry in the courthouse?
Yes.
We had to
And-
file the
Probate.
probate
Had to file for
paperwork there.
probate. So I asked the security guard, I says, well, you know, where I'm from, if you showed up in a courthouse with a gun, open carry or concealed, you know, they'd probably draw down on you and put you on the ground. She says, we're not like that here in Arizona. We believe in people's Second Amendment right. See those lockers over there? And I said, yes, ma'am. She says, when you bring in your gun, if you have it on, we'll remind you to lock it up, pull the key out, kind of like a train station locker or an airport locker. And we don't have any issues with it. The only time we have an issue is if you pull the gun out and you're facing us, in which case, you know, we're probably gonna take defensive measures. And I thought, wow, that's pretty unusual.
We're from the New Orleans area.
Oh,
And there's a lot of crime down there. Yeah.
I love New Orleans. It's one of my husband's of my favorite places. So this is going to be a bit. There's going to be a bit of an adjustment to
Yes.
being in a place like this. But
If you walk through this town, I'd say probably 5 out of 10 are carrying a weapon. You wouldn't even know it. 1 out of 10 you'll actually see the weapon, or 2. I've been to stores where there's 4 or 5 guys talking, and all of them are packing, and nobody cares, because nobody's going to be dumb enough to pull out a gun and start shooting at anybody, because they know that if you're disrespectful, things could get ugly real quick. Now, one of the things I was talking about north of here, there's an area that they call the Knolls, and I went out there, and there was this one area, county road, that was actually blocked. It had a barricade on it. So I asked one of the neighbors, says, why is this county road blocked? He says, well, there's some vacation homes up here, and they've had trouble with some of the thieves out here. So this one little stretch for about a mile, it's a crossroad. It's very rarely used. You can tell it's not used a lot. It's barricaded by those neighbors to protect their homes. I said, oh, okay. So I talked with a police officer. I won't give his name or anything. And I asked him, he says, well, can they do that? He says, well, legal, they can't do it. However, I've rolled up on armed barricades before, and I had to call backup just to go talk to these people. So out here, these people police themselves. So if you're giving people problems out here, you won't be asked to leave. You will be told to leave at the end of a gun. If you belong here and you're nice to people, you'll be welcomed with open arms, and they'll bend over backwards to help you. So I said, oh, okay. So in other words, if you're a troublemaker, don't get caught or leave the area. Pretty much. He says, there's a lot of graves out here that we don't know the people are in the ground, but we know that there are people that disappeared and we never find them. So be good to the people out in the Knolls, and they will be good to you. If you're not,
Don't come to the Knolls.
Don't come here. So we have an understanding. They police themselves, and we only come out here when we're called, when it gets too rough. Or we come out about once a week and we find out who the troublemakers are from the locals, and to try to find people we have warrants on. Other than that, they police themselves, and they leave us alone and we leave them alone.
Because of the quality of the roads, it's very hard to get to.
Yeah, it's extremely hard to get out there.
Yeah, the unincorporated areas are really not supported by the state funds, so
Right.
for other roads and stuff.
So like I
that
said,
is like one of the best stories.
We're not totally new to the area. We're new to living here, but we're not new to the area. And I've talked with a lot of locals about this and other issues, and everybody confirms, yeah, don't make trouble out here and you won't get any trouble. If you're nice to people and help people, they will bend over backwards for you. And we've actually found that here. I've had neighbors come over and help me fix my well pump. I had a neighbor, when we moved in, they didn't know who we were. And he was standing out on the road, and it was dusk, and he's in a dark outfit, and he's packing. And I asked him, how's your evening going? He says, who are you? You don't belong here. The man that lives in this house passed away. And I said, can I approach? And he said, yeah, you can approach. So I come up and I said, well, can I reach for my wallet? He says, yes. So I reached for my wallet, I pulled it out, I handed him my ID card. I said, the man you're talking about is my father. I'm here to manage the estate. He goes, oh, I know who you are. Your dad talks about you all the time. Oh man, I'm sorry about this, but I've already ran 2 people off the property in pickup trucks. And he's only been dead 2 weeks. So the neighbors look out. Yeah, the neighbors look out for each other. So I asked him, I said, well, what are you packing? He goes, oh, here, check it out. Drops the clip out of it, and I said, well, can you dechamber it? So he pulls it, here you go, and I'm checking out his gun and everything. We're just having a good old time. And then the gas went out in the house. So what he does is his wife says, oh, here, we have this electric plate. We had a similar problem. She hands me like a $120 electric plate. All I did was clean it up a little bit, and we had that. So we've had neighbors come help us move things. Had another neighbor when we first moved in, we didn't have trash. I think he's kind of telling you, hey, move
you gotta move it. Okay. I'll tell you what, let me ask, can I ask you one last question?
Sure.
Given what you've just explained about all the open carry, and now that you've moved here, do you think you will open carry?
Maybe out in the knolls I might, or some other areas, but around the house, no. I don't think I would open carry unless I heard rumors from the neighbors that there were issues going on.
Okay.
So, but as far as having a weapon out here, yeah, I would recommend having a weapon just in case, because it is a little rough out here, and there isn't a lot of police out here.
And before that guy comes back, I'm just gonna, can you tell me, you don't have to have your full name, but just your first names?
Sure, it's Alan Sarah.
Alan and Sarah. My name is Julie Garrett, and
Nice to meet you.
this has been a nice little surprise. I couldn't imagine that I'd get a great interview just driving by. So,
Bravo.
God bless you.
All right.
And enjoy, I wish you many, many years here at Ashfork. I think it's a very special place.
Well, it's what the plan is, but we'll see.